everyone! Would you like to be able to discuss reasons easily in your English sentences? Welcome to Jen's Jyugyou. My name is Jen, and today we're going to take a look at how you can explain reasons using the words since, as, because of, and due to. All 5 of these words help to explain the reason why something has happened. Tell me why. Please use these 5 words to explain. First, let's take a look at the words as or since. The words as and since can be used interchangeably when you're using them to discuss reasons. As or since are usually used when the person who you are speaking to or writing to is already somewhat familiar with the situation you are describing. They might have some understanding of the reason already. That's when you should use as or since. Most of the time in English, we will put as or since at the beginning of our sentences. However, it's also possible to put them at the middle, almost end part of the sentence as well. Let me give you a few examples of using as or since naturally in sentences. As I was tired, I left the party early. Or, since I was tired, I left the party early. Both of these sentences have the exact same meaning and is explaining the reason why you left the party early. As we live in Toronto, we can easily use public transit. Or, since we live in Toronto, we can easily use public transit. Since he forgot to make a reservation, we couldn't eat at the new restaurant. As he forgot to make a reservation, we couldn't eat at the new restaurant. I was late for work since there was an accident, or I was late for work as there was an accident. Both of these sentences have the same meaning, but we're putting for or since near the middle of the sentence instead of at the beginning. We couldn't play baseball since it was raining. We couldn't play baseball as it was raining. Next, let's take a look at the word because. Because is probably the most used word that we use to introduce reasons in English. When we use the word because, whatever comes after it should be the most important point in your sentence. Unlike as or since, where the situation or reason may be familiar with the listener or reader, when we use because, it is assumed that the listener or reader doesn't have that much information about the sentence. When we use because, we usually put this word in the middle, near the end of the sentence. However, it is possible to put it at the beginning of the sentence, but make sure you complete the thought. Many English teachers just tell students that you can't start a sentence with because they don't want to explain the ways in which you can. After you use the word because, you have to explain, and you need because plus a subject and then plus a verb immediately after because in order to explain. My husband and I visit the old mill on our anniversary because we got married there. So because we got married there, subject we, verb got. So after because, you're explaining the reason. So why do my husband and I visit the old mill on our anniversary? The reason is because we got married there. He broke his ankle because he fell skateboarding. Many tourists visit Canada because the scenery is beautiful. Because I lost my phone, I couldn't call you. I couldn't call you because I lost my phone, but remember, you can put because at the beginning of your sentence as long as you complete the sentence properly. Because I'm on a diet, I can't eat dessert. I can't eat dessert because I'm on a diet. In English, we also use the word because, and then after we put the preposition of to make sentences. When we do this, because of is used similarly to the way that we use because. So this means it can be used at the beginning or middle part of the sentence, but it usually will come in the middle part of the sentence. We use because of when the person we're speaking to may not be familiar with our conversation and we want to highlight the reason as the most important part of what we are saying. When we use because of, what has to come immediately after is a noun or a noun clause. This is very important for using because of plus noun, because of plus noun or noun clause. For example, before I gave you the sentence, many tourists visit Canada because the scenery is beautiful. But if I want to use because of, many tourists visit Canada because of the beautiful scenery. See how those two sentences have the exact same meaning, but we're using because or because of. Before I also gave the example, he broke his ankle because he fell skateboarding. But if we want to change because to because of, he broke his ankle because of his fall skateboarding. We couldn't have a picnic because of the rain. Now we can also put because of at the beginning of our sentences. Because of the rain, we couldn't have a picnic. Because of the holiday, banks are closed. Because of her excellent qualifications, she got the job. An expression in English that's very similar to because of is due to. When we use the expression due to in English, we use it very similarly to the way that we use because of, including needing to put a noun or a noun clause after it. However, due to is specifically used when the reason is connected to a problem. So why do you have this problem? Explaining the reason for that problem. We will usually use due to. Another tip about due to is that due to often follows the be verb somewhere in your sentence. Not always, but often it will come after the be verb. Similar to because of, we usually put due to in the middle of our sentences, but it can also go at the beginning. The restaurant was closed due to the lack of customers. So we have the be verb was, the restaurant was closed, due to, and then our noun, the lack of customers. He is stressed due to too much work. So is using the be verb again, and then due to the noun, too much work. He is stressed due to too much work. She is in debt due to her expensive vacation. And remember, we can also put due to at the beginning of the sentences as well. Due to her expensive vacation, she is in debt. Due to his injury, he cannot play hockey. So today, you learned how to explain the reason why something has happened. You've learned the differences between since, as, because of, and due to. I hope that you'll be able to use these expressions naturally in your English to explain the reasons why things have happened. And now it's time for question of the day. Today's question is, why are you studying English? Please explain your reason or reasons for studying English using expressions from today's lesson. Let me know your answers in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it useful, please subscribe to Jen's Jyugyou so you don't miss any lessons. And give this video a thumbs up. Good luck with your English studies, everyone, and I'll see you in the next lesson.